I'm saying? Like, you got the legends that everybody knows about. But then we also have people that's in the circuit that actually do big things and help a lot of people. And a lot of times these people get overlooked, and a lot of the people that they help get successful and shit like that. And then, you know,
that's a fact, man.
So that's why we here today, cause we here to celebrate you. So let's get into it. Like,
I'm not used to celebrating you, man. So this is new. I appreciate it, man. I totally appreciate it.
Yeah, man. You know how it is. Like, cause at the end of the day, a good part of the reason that I'm sitting in this seat right now is cause of, like, a conversation that I had with you. And it was at a time when nobody wasn't listening to my music, nothing. I was spending mad money, like, buying the 20 tickets for Afton so I could make the 20 ticket quota, and then giving them shits out, and then maybe 5 people would show up, like, you know what I'm saying? And then,
man, shouts to Afton. I remember the Afton show.
Yeah, bro, I was doing that shit. And then I was going to Astoria Soundworks in Queens, shout out to them. And I was rehearsed for them shows so that I won't look crazy on stage. So I was spending a lot of money, and then I remember that conversation, and I always reference that conversation when I talk to like artists and shit. And I'm like, bro, like, are you making money from these shows? Like, are you like, is it benefiting your brand in any way? Because if it is, then, you know, that's cool. But if you spending money to do this shit and you not benefiting, then you might want to think about building a fan base. And that's like good advice.
It's a fact. That's golden advice, man. That's golden advice right there, man. And you know what? I wanna give you your flowers just for being able to pick up a gem like that and pass it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we in New York, and a lot of people, they look at, especially when you go outside of New York, they look at us as like a crab in the barrel state, because we don't want to, you know, share contacts. We don't want to share knowledge. We don't want to share connects. So I love it when I'm able to, you know, help an artist out or give an artist some information that they might not know that can help them in the future. And the fact that it's even more rewarding that you're sitting here telling me that you tell other artists that, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for that, my brother. Thank you.
Well, yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, because it comes down to it, like, yo, it's a dirty game. So if you don't have somebody giving you this kind of advice, do you have, like, shady promoters that, like, they use these artists to finance their lifestyles, and it's
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm here for the shits, man. I'm here for the shits. Let's talk about it, because, you know, for real, you know, we've been in this scene, in this underground music scene for years. I think I did my first show in New York City, and I want to say late 90s, early 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
You've been getting down longer than me.
You know what I'm saying?
I was still doing amateur shit.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So, and around that time, it was a lot different than it is now. You know, everybody think they could, you know, they take one picture with a celebrity, and then now they trying to do showcases and charge artists, or they get paid for like a Drewski or something to come to their show. Now they trying to charge artists. So there's a lot of janky promoters out here, and you just gotta, you know, I tell all artists, if there's information that you want to know, you can find it. If you want to know who's who and who's not, you can find it. You can go on LinkedIn, you could go on social media, you can type in a name and find out who that person is. You know what I'm saying? Like this.
Facts.
Or you can find somebody like me who knows people at these labels who can fact check. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been gullible before. Like I've been capped to before, lied to before, to where somebody told me that they was an A&R for Def Jam and that they was responsible for discovering Jeremiah. And shouts to my bro Sky's Music, he was actually a producer / A&R at the label that was responsible for getting Jeremiah signed to Def Jam. And I was behind Jeremiah. So he exposed Homeboy. It was a whole big thing on Twitter. Him and shout to my man Paul Williams. Paul Williams, I think he was at Atlantic at the time, or no, he was at Columbia at the time. And they exposed Homeboy. Homeboy's name was Jay Dane. He was out here just pretty much just
robbing the artists.
Not even, he was robbing the promoters. Not even the artists. He was robbing the promoters, and promoters was the promoters was telling artists, oh yeah, he's from Def Jam. I ain't gonna lie though, he was yo. When I first met him, yo, he pulled up on me. I met him on 34th Street. No, I'm lying. 42nd Street. I met him on 42nd Street, and nigga had like 6 iPhones. Like 8 car keys. I was thinking about robbing him. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm not even gonna cap, yo. Like at one point in time, I was like, nah, B, I could really take him around the corner and do him crazy. But I'm like, you know what? That's old broke DJ. You know what I'm saying? I was working at Starbucks, making good money. I didn't even need to be thinking that way. You know what I'm saying? So we went to lunch. He even allowed me to pay for the lunch. My food, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking he was a rich nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, took him to a penthouse on 42nd Street, fucking big top floor view type shit. Literally the top floor, only apartment on the floor, penthouse type shit. Looking over New York City, so I'm like, oh shit, now I'm really with a nigga from the labels. Homeboy turned out to be a real fraud. You know what I'm saying? Right after that whole shit on YouTube and Twitter and all that, I never seen or heard from him again. So you really gotta just, a nigga tell you he works somewhere or something, or he could do something, test him out. Like when I was doing the marketing and I was telling people like I could do marketing, first of all, the person who actually told me to start doing marketing and helping out and shit from artists was Mech. Shout out to my man Mech. He on now you can check Mech out on a math podcast. Shit. My expert opinion.
That's what to do with the dreads?
Yeah, Mech is the dude with the dreads. Mm-hmm. He also an A&R from Flipmore Records and shit. But that's my man Mech. That's my guy. I met Mech on the scene doing rapping, you know what I'm saying? Super dope artist too. But he was like, yo, you gotta nada. Like he was I had called Mech to help me with me and Fish with what Fisher was doing, you know what I'm saying? At that time. And well, we was doing a lot of shit ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, you guys put in a lot of work.
Between me and Fisher, we already know a lot on the marketing side. And Fisher, no, I went to college for it. Fisher went to like he put himself through like an online college course through Hootsuite. You know what I'm saying? So like he really like, and it wasn't like no, you sit down and like it wasn't like no, you just sit down and take one course and like that nigga was taking tests and all that shit up early in the morning. Had to be on the computer. Like I used to be tight and I wanted to make a beats, and this nigga got the fucking computer
taking tests.
Taking tests on some nerd shit. I used to be cutting his ass like, you fucking nerd. So I ain't gonna lie, I miss my nigga Fish, man.
Shout out to my guy Fish.
Shouts to the God, man. That nigga, man, fucking used to just be, just ping-ponging ideas off each other all the time. So when Matt came to me with that idea, it was just like, nah. And it was at a good time, because we was out in B-More, you know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't had no job, niggas wasn't hustling or nothing, so we was just out there just like, was out there running out of money, just spending money.
I fucks with B-More.
And B-More cool, it's a little bit too slow.
Shout out to my Uncle Craig and them.
Word. B-More definitely cool. The festivals out there be popping. Festivals be lit, I ain't gonna lie.
That's what's up. So, when you started rapping, what was your first song that you put out?
The first song I put out or the first song I wrote?
Good. Now that's a good question. What's the first song that you wrote, actually?
The first song I ever wrote was at 16 years old. I wrote it and I recorded myself on the radio, on the tape deck and shit. It was over a Jadakiss beat. I forget the name of the song. It was over a Jadakiss beat, and I wrote 3 verses and a hook and a bridge.
That's dope. Yeah, I remember doing that off of one of the joints off the Chronic album. I was like listening to a lot of West Coast shit when I was growing up.
So you look like a mixture of Ice-T and Ice Cube.
This nigga's crazy. Nigga said Ice-T and Ice Cube. Wow. I never got that.
Nah, because you light skinned with the braids.
When I would wear my shit like that to the side, niggas would say exhibit. Like I've had all type of different, but I never heard that one before. But yeah, like I was listening growing up. I was listening to straight up West Coast like gangster rap. Like a lot of MC Ren. A lot of my shit, believe it or not, is inspired by like MC Ren. That Shock of the Hour album is one of my favorite albums. That shit is hard. Every time the cops kill somebody, I ride through my hood blasting Attack on Babylon. I swear to God, like, word, I swear to God, like, that album, that's one of the hardest albums.
So that's your most influential album?
Maybe not my most, but I think as far as like the artist of Mark Spark, like, yeah, I think that album influenced the artist Mark Spark like a lot. Cause even Fuck What You Heard, my single Fuck What You Heard, it's influenced by, he had a single Fuck What You Heard. But his is different. I didn't use his beat or nothing like that, but that concept came from him. Like I was inspired by him. Like I could say that. Like MC Ren, he's a big, I guess, inspiration. He ain't like my song though, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like your song.
He ain't like my song, like, cause when I dropped that shit, I tagged him. He ain't like the song. I could tell, cause he ain't respond to it. But you know what I'm saying, like,
I don't feel that way, man.
Nah, I'm real with myself, bro. Like when niggas
a lot of these celebrities, they just really don't be seeing that shit.
Nah, he probably seen that shit, cause he's not that famous. Like he's famous, but he's not in demand like that.
We have no idea, bro. Trust me. Yo, I remember one time, like you seen, this is after I had You and Maze. I'm one of the biggest artists in the city and all that shit around this time. We sitting in, Fisher take me to D&D. So I'm quiet. I don't speak outside. I need to. So I'm not there for me. I'm there for Fisher. So I'm sitting in the back chilling, smoking. So Fisher telling Showbiz pretty much who I am. Like he telling Showbiz like, nah, he's gonna be a part of my team. Like, that's my brother. Like I'm with this nigga every day. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my right hand. So Showbiz like, alright, so that's cool. He got balls too. Showbiz was like, he told Showbiz that he don't really care. He like, nah, I'm trying to tell you, like, this is like one of the top artists in the city right now. He don't want You Amazing and all this. Like, UMA is like the biggest underground. Well, I thought it was like the biggest underground award you could win. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking everybody knows about that. That nigga showbiz ain't know about none of that shit. He like, my bad, yo. I really just be in the studio all day. Literally, my kids gotta come here to see me. That's a fact. Like, it was just. And then there was one day it was Twitter. I mean, it was his Instagram. I'm telling him like, yo, I hit you on Instagram. You ain't see it. I tagged you like 3 times. He was like, nah, I really didn't. Like, I don't. And then he showed me his shit. I'm like, nah, I get it now. Like.
I mean, I feel you, but I think them niggas, a lot of times they be seeing that shit.
Like on my birthday, I hate my birthdays, bro. Like Father's Day, I don't want to say I hate Father's Day. I appreciate the love. I appreciate everybody hitting me, but I hate that shit. My phone goes off all day. I can't stand it. I can imagine. That's why I don't really want to be a celebrity.
I ain't gonna front though. The amount of celebrities that actually do respond to me, it made me feel that way, like that. He ain't like this song, cause I'm telling you, bro. Like when you, like if I would have been hitting him up to book him, he would have responded. You feel me? Like real shit. Like when they be seeing that shit, bro. Like it depends. It depends who it is. But I'm saying like, someone like a MC Ren or somebody, they gonna see that shit. Like that's one of the reasons why, like, one of the first stops that I made was to the Godcast. Cause Lord Jamar, like, anytime that I've interacted with him, he's never like tried to like act like that. Like
he a cool nigga.
Right. Like there's certain individuals that like they if you reach out to them, they'll respond to you. They won't treat you like you know what I'm saying? Like
I met a lot of celebrities. Some celebrities is total assholes.
Yeah, but they don't realize that these are the up and coming people. So these are the people that you want to have relationships with. These are the people that you want to do business with. You know what I'm saying? Because when you stop getting relevant or you're not as relevant, these are the people that you know what I mean could bring you back because they're on the way up. You know what I mean?
For example, Anthony Anderson. I had to kick him out my store. Starbucks, 80-something from Broadway. It made one of my baristas cry. I'll never forget that day.
Damn, I love it. It's too. He a funny motherfucker.
I
bro.
used to love Anthony Anderson too to that day. I said, no, I was a fan of yours. She's a fan of yours. And you really gonna act like that? Get the fuck out my store. You're a jackass.
I felt like that about Jonah Hill. When I worked in a restaurant, the nigga purposely went to the takeout counter after we asked him, like, yo, you have your order to stay or to go? He's like, nah, to go. And then he went and bought mad takeout and left a mess at the table and shit. And word, like, we was tight. All the waiters, we was tight at that nigga. We was like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, that's what cool.
I said, yo, I'm gonna bootleg all your movies now.
It's crazy. Like, you know, the actors I expect to be assholes be some of the nicest. Rihanna was a sweetheart when I met her. Fucking Nicolas Cage caught me looking at his wife's ass. Like, I was sitting there fucking restocking the RTD case. And I just so happened, like, her ass was like right there. And I just so happened to go. And he looking down like, it's nice, ain't it, right? Yeah, nice. I'm like, go ahead, look. Paid a lot of money for that gym membership. Enjoy it.
Nah, my man was Alec Baldwin. That was my guy.
Alec Baldwin is mad cool.
Yeah.
I remember when fucking rest in peace LP, man. My old manager. Remember he fucking, I don't know if it was Alec. Alec is not the super Stephen Baldwin. No, Alex Baldwin is the biggest. Like, I think Alec is the
Yo, I hope he get through whatever he going through with that court shit, with that shooting shit. That's fucking crazy what happened to him. But him and his family, they nice people though. Like, they were always mad nice to me. Like, they would always come sit in my section too. Like, when I was a waiter, they would always come. They would be like, And he would always fuck my name up. He only got my name right like one time. Like, his wife and them and the kids, they know me. But like, cause he would eat real quick and pay for it and then bounce. Like, but like.
Who's the coolest celebrity you met?
The coolest celebrity that I met. I think the coolest interaction that I had with a celebrity was probably like Styles P. That shit was like, I really wish that I always, to this day, I really wish that I could relive that moment, because the way that it happened, and it happened so fast that it was just like mad unexpected. Like, yo, I was hustling, bro, and I was going to serve somebody at that time. And I was somewhere in like Midtown, and I was walking, and I was like looking behind me to see, like, I was looking at the building numbers because I was going to meet somebody to take care of them. And I'm looking, and then Styles P happens to be coming out like one of the restaurants with his wife. And when I turned around, we kind of like was crossing paths, but like he kind of stopped in front of me and did like this, like he did it like he was saying what's up to me, like he was happy to see me, but we don't know each other. So I kind of like turned around. I was about to like curse him out, like, cause I didn't like notice that it was him at first type shit. So I turned around. I was about to get crazy, and then I looked at his face real good, and then I'm like, the ghost? And then like he looked at me like, yeah, it was good. And he just started talking to me, my nigga, and I was just like. That was one of the moments I could say like I was starstruck in a way, because I was so shocked. I was like, did Styles P just run up on me and say what's up to me? Like, that shit was crazy. It was like, and then like we was talking, and then he was telling me like, I think that was right when Sheek Louch was about to drop, because I was like, yo, when you coming out with some shit, bro? He's like, Sheek Louch is next. And then like his wife, she was getting annoyed. Like she turned around and she was like, he's like, yo, I gotta go. And then he just gave me a pound and he dipped off. Like, I'll never forget that shit. It was like, bro, like, it was like if I knew that, it was like if we knew each other, bro, like, but we never met each other. Like, that shit was crazy. That was like the coolest, I think, interaction I had with like a celebrity.
I met Styles a couple of times. I remember the first time I met Styles.
He ain't have no security. Yeah, it was just him and his wife. Like,
Styles is listen. Styles is a nigga that do not need security.
No, I know he seemed like a real nigga. Like he ran up on me. Like, you know what it seemed like? It seemed like if he was having like a discussion with his wife, as if to say like, I bet you I'll find like a hood nigga, because it was in the middle of Midtown. So it was like if I bet you if I see a hood nigga, they'll know who I am type shit. Cause he ran, like he literally walked up on me like that, and I was just like, fuck is this nigga? I'm like, ghost?
I probably exactly what it was too.
Yeah, like I'm like, the ghost? Like, I was just shocked, like, and he was like smaller, like, and I was expecting, I don't know why, like we be expecting celebrities to be big, but he was like mad, like little, like next to me, like, not little, but like he was mad short, like next to me, like, short. He was still kind of chubby at that time. That was before.
Ghost is a real nigga. You could probably go to one of the Juices for Life, either the one on Castle Hill or the one in Yonkers, and catch him right there, especially the one in Yonkers.
Yeah, nah, he was cool, yo. I'll never forget that shit. Like, that was dope. That shit actually made my day, my nigga. Like, I was like, yo, that was fucking dope. I just met him, and then the time that we met Lil C's, it was the time where, it was me, it was my boy Mark Q. It was actually him, it was Mark Q. Mark Q was the dude that Mark Q actually got bars too, but he shot a few of my videos. He shot A+, and he shot COC. Shout out to Mark Q. You know what I mean? New York Vids. But we was doing a freestyle. We was shooting a freestyle outside of the paper box in Brooklyn, and he wanted to use like the graffiti for like the background and shit. And fucking Lil C's happened. It happened to be, I think that was Biggie's birthday. That was the day they were doing Biggie's birthday party at the paper box. We didn't know it.
Oh shit. So
like Lil C's came up, he said, "What up?" He's like, that was weird. It was like, oh shit, Lil C's. Then Lil C's just walked up to us, dapped us all up, and then he went inside. Then right after that, Hattie Racks came. he introduced himself and he gave us like his card and shit. Shout out to Hattie.
Shout out to the bro Hattie, man.
Yeah, he was cool too. Like
that's my guy.
He said, "What y'all doing? Y'all shooting a video over here?" Yo, he was cool. He was cool. He said, "Yo, you know I be doing like the funny shit is we all knew who he was already." He's like, "Yo, y'all know I be doing videos too." He's like, "I be needing videos." He's like, "Here." Then he gave each of us like his card and shit. Like he was cool.
Shouts to Hattie, man.
Yeah. We met a few people that day, like
Hattie a cool nigga, that's my guy.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a cool dude.
I think the coolest celebrity I ever met though. I mean, outside of like, well, I guess you could consider him hip hop too. Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a part of the culture.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle used to be a regular customer at when I was on, I want to say 73rd in Columbus. No, I'm lying. 28th and 28th and 5th. When I was on 28th and 5th, and isn't that the store I met you at? 28th and 5th.
57 Lex.
Yeah, I met you on.
You was at the big one. I was at the small one. Pause.
Oh, who was Patrice was my manager at the big store. Yeah, I think Shami was at Shami.
Yes. But I met you before you came. I met you when you was still at the big one. You came to the small one when Shami came.
Yeah.
That's when I dipped.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't fucking with her.
Yeah, Shami was cool. She was